This week we go in search of the infamous elephants of the Maputo Special Reserve. They have such a sad but fascinating story. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, please go hit that subscribe button. After a lazy morning at camp, we headed out for a game drive.
So it's day 6 and we are in the car searching for Ellies again. We have yet to find them, and yeah, we only have one full day left in the park. So yeah, if the elephants of Maputo Special Reserve could show their face, it would be great.
So, no luck finding Eddies again, but I am racing to make it to a really pretty viewpoint before the sun goes down. The sun's very almost down, so I gotta cruise. Oh yeah, and Bianca just pointed out, racing in sand this thick means that we're maybe doing 25 k's an hour. So I'm not actually racing. No one panic. So we might not be able to get up the hill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back a little.
Do what you told me to go in the middle of the
Engage low range and try again. Nothing but chicken wing. I know some of you were doubting me there, and some of you were doubting Jabari, and that's even worse, but me and Jabari got up and we made it in time for a beautiful sunset. See? This is the one hill that almost defeated B earlier in the trip, and she handled it like a pro this time. Easy peasy. That's the road. The video normally never does things justice. But it's steep and the sand is thick and it's pretty damn treacherous. But we made it. Hey guys, so it's our 7th and last day. We are once again out looking for the elephants. We haven't found them. They're definitely here because I know for a fact after we chatted to Miguel the warden that they're relocating some of the elephants off of the reserve because the reserve's getting pretty close to its capacity. They have 500 elephants at the moment. When reserve was first declared, there were 100. Oh, there's a red duiker. I've seen lots of red duikers. They're really pretty. Now, when the reserve was declared, there was only 100 elephant left, and they'd all been shot at. You know, they were hunted during the Civil War. Let me try and not get stuck while I'm recording. But yeah, so we've been here for 7 days now, and we haven't found the elephants yet. We've done quite a lot of driving, but we're gonna try again today. We're gonna head back down to the area where we were with the Dutch couple, where we saw a lot of elephant sign and spoor and dung. And hopefully we can have some luck there. We also need to make a major sponsorship announcement, which is really exciting. You guys would know about it by now. Something we've had on the car basically since the beginning of Lost in Mozambique. That has been incredible, and yeah, we're excited to tell everyone that we're now brand ambassadors for them. It's for iCamper. The announcement would have already been made by the time you guys get this vlog, because the vlogs are running quite a lot behind the live social media, which I am trying to do something about, but you know, after all the electronics issues we've been having the last couple of weeks, actually, editing has taken a bit of a backseat. We lost the laptop, then we lost the drone, then the electronics on Jabari just completely stuffed out due to bad workmanship. So hopefully it's all sorted now. We have a new laptop. I haven't fixed the drone, but we're just gonna have to live without the drone for a while. We'll replace it in 2 weeks time when we're back in Joburg. But the electronics I hopefully have managed to fix. And so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully everything's back on track now. We're still having great fun though. Big adventure in Mozambique, which is super awesome. We are officially global ambassadors for iCamper. We've got the iCamper Mini on the car already. It's such a great tent. We have a bed wherever we are. It is so quick and easy to set up. Guess what I found, B?
What?
Look straight ahead.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
On the road?
No? In the swamps over there. We found elephant! Yay! Only took us 7 days. But maybe we've just been looking in the wrong parts. We've been pretty close to the coast. We've come quite far inland now, and it looks like there's a big herd in front of us, which is really exciting. It's one of the main reasons I wanted to come here, so it's super cool. It's quite an interesting, complicated story with the elephant in this reserve, so I'll tell you guys now. Let's just see if we can get a bit closer. It's our 7th day in Maputo Special Reserve, and we finally found the elephants. I think we've been pretty unlucky not having found them before. Quite a few guys that we chatted to have seen them a lot, but none of that matters because we finally got them. These elephants are pretty special. We get spoiled with seeing a lot of elephants in places like Kruger. These elephants they're the descendants, and quite a few of them actually survived the civil war in Mozambique, where they were poached extensively. You know, there's a lot of meat on an elephant, so when they were trying to feed the various armies that were fighting in the Mozambican civil war, it was a major source of protein. So a lot of these elephants, the older ones, have actually been shot at quite extensively, so they have a extreme fear and distrust of humans, and they're passing it down generation to generation. So the elephants in this reserve are known to be a little bit tricky and a little bit unpredictable, and they do sometimes charge cars. We were chatting to one of the rangers here, and he was saying that in the 7 years that he's been here, they've never turned over a car. But you know, I was also chatting to some of the construction workers, and they were saying they've been charged quite a few times by the elephant. So these are a really special elephant, and the work that Peace Parks are doing to try and rehabilitate this entire environment is so important. And it would be amazing if in 20 years time, you know, these elephants and the descendants of these elephants are still here, but they're relaxed around humans. You know, that would be amazing if we could rebuild that trust with such incredible animals. Warming up some of the leftover beef stew from the other night with a pretty cool view. One of the lakes within the reserve. It's really pretty.
And our favorite ingredient to anything, if we could, we'd put it on our cornflakes.
Love. Love and happiness.
Sriracha.
Not love?
That too, but sriracha.
Don't say I don't take you to fancy places to eat. There we go. Okay. Drone's broken, so I have to make a plan to get the shot. I'm driving. But I was driving.
Yeah, now we switch your route.
So after kicking me out of driving, Bianca remembered that there's a chance of elephants in these forests. So now what's happening?
Well, only because we just saw them.
So now what's happening?
I'm letting Tim drive again.
Letting. Asking me to drive again.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to ask me to drive.
I'll keep going.
You got anything to not be wrong on camera, hey? So last day we're getting rewarded. We're driving along one of these little forest roads, and the whole time we've been very aware that we might bump into elephants on these roads because they're very narrow, and quite a lot of the time it's actually low range 4-wheel drive, thick sand, and we haven't at all. And then today we're driving along, we stopped to take some photos of a beautiful nyala, and as I was driving I said to B, I said, oh, those are fresh Ellie tracks, because they were over our tracks from earlier, so that means they've been within the last 2 hours. We went around the next corner and there they were, right in the road. I didn't really get a shot of them in the road because we are giving them a lot of respect, which I think is due. I looked like a young bull and a big old bull. And that old bull, I mean, he definitely lived through the war. So he's had a checkered past with humans, but he seems to have forgiven us, and he was very chilled. He was just feeding, and he slowly moved off into the bush. I'd love to stick on them a little bit longer and try and get some more shots, but we also we don't want to antagonize them. So you're in a very confined space. So, you know, just like with humans, we don't want to get into their personal space too much. So they gave us an amazing sighting, got a couple of cool shots, and we're going to move on, head back to camp, have some dinner, and yeah, amazing way to top off an incredible day in Maputo Special Reserve. So you can see that the Ellies were walking down this road for quite a while, and now Jabari has to do some bush pushing, which is why Jabari is not as shiny as she used to be, and why the eye camper on the roof is not as shiny as it used to be, but hey, it's worth it to be in these incredible places. No matter how many times you do this, the sounds are terrible. We close the windows because there's normally spiders and stuff on these trees.
It's like a car wash without a tree.
I'm just gonna slowly squeeze through. Yeah, shame. Poor Jabari. She used to be shiny and have no scratches. But she still loves her living. She works hard for her living and she has a lot of fun doing it. All set up for our last night in this awesome campsite that we have here. There's our little private boma area. And with beers, there's like a little private kitchen and private ablutions, which is super cool. It's definitely glamping. Still camping, but glamping. You're not suffering. It's definitely not wild camping or even the sort of camping that we're used to, where you have maybe a communal ablution or something like that, and no fireplace a lot of the time. So here it's a bit more luxurious. I think you do pay for it. The rates do kind of reflect the standard, but the standard is very high. So it's a really cool spot to be. We've had a very good week here. I'm gonna do a couple more photos of Jabari as the light fades, because that sky basically will become darker and darker and darker, and effectively the fairy lights and the light that I'm going to stick inside of the iCamper get lighter and lighter and lighter, and we can get some really cool shots. Then we're going to have some dinner and then call it a night. Probably have an early night tonight. We've got quite a big day tomorrow. Heading out of the Maputo Special Reserve further north up the peninsula to a private lodge that's up there, which is going to make for a nice change of pace. Really looking forward to it. Despite the car drama, we've had an incredible time in the Maputo Special Reserve. Thanks to Peace Parks and ANAC for hosting us, and more importantly for the incredible work that they're doing here. It's definitely a spot that should be added to your bucket list, and South Africans, let's support this incredible conservation project.